How's it going out there, YouTube? Today is September the 7th, 2017. I can't believe it's September already. It's been like forever and ever and ever, amen, since I took a video, man. And I haven't been doing a good job of keeping my YouTube page up to date. But I'll tell you what, there's been so much that's happened over these last months that I just couldn't take time to do it, you know. I think the last time I made a video, I was getting ready to start the project on my building, on my shop, my new shop. And as of this date, it's about 90% done. In the process, I'll give you here it is right here, y'all. It's actually built. This is a 42 by 26 post frame construction building, which means it's a pole barn. It's got 12-foot ceilings. I'm looking right into the sun here, which makes it difficult. It's got 12-foot ceilings. It's 42 foot deep. 20. Whoa! I just stepped in a big pile of mud. That was awesome. Right there. Great. It was originally supposed to be 40 by 24, or by 22, I mean, but we were able to stretch it 2 feet. I had a contractor that was doing the job, and you'll see at the end of this video some of the pictures that the mess that he left me with. I'll include those at the end of the video. It was a complete nightmare getting this building done. I actually had to take the job over. We started this in January, or whenever it was I made my last video when I had the dirt brought in. I think that was around Valentine's Day. And from that point until I fired the guy in June, it was a complete disaster. From about the second, well, I'm sorry, I take that back. It was the end of May when I fired him. And we stood right here and went nose to nose. And I pretty much begged the guy to punch me so I could take him out, but he wouldn't do it. But suffice it to say, I fired him, and I took over the project at the end of May, and it's September now, and I'm getting close to being finished with it. I think it's turning out pretty well, despite all the problems. That is a post-frame construction building, like I said, a pole barn with siding. It had to have vinyl siding to pass inspection. They don't allow metal where I live, but it does have a metal roof on it. It's got 6-inch gutters. It's sided with OSB and then vinyl siding. All the concrete work is done, thank God. This has been mud for so long you can't even believe it. I've got grass growing, new fresh grass growing on all the way around the building. So that helps tremendously. I'm hoping it takes. We'll see what happens. Perfect weather for it right now. I'm on vacation this week, so that's why I'm able to take this video, but got a pretty good slope here, but my graders did a good job at the end of this project and got it where I'll be able to cut grass, so that's good. I'm not going to walk out there because it's wet. I just watered it. But as you can see, I've got fresh grass seed down, and that's going to be for the air conditioning unit right there. Yeah, it's going to have air conditioning. Last couple of weeks it was like 174,000 degrees here, so. But anyway, you can see I had extra concrete poured on the side of the building for a parking area for my truck and trailers and whatnots. That turned out, the same guy did all my concrete work, and it's my stepdaughter's boyfriend who did all the work. Did a really nice job on all of it. I'll take you inside. The reason I'm doing a video now is because I'm getting ready to paint the inside and finish it off, and I wanted to take a video to show you all what I did. It doesn't have a ceiling in it yet. Those lights are just temporary to pass inspection with. When I'm done painting, the next step is going to be on that back wall back there, is where my workbench and all that's going to be, my tools and everything. I've got everything pushed to the center of the building so I can paint it right now. As you can see, it's all cut in, ready for paint. So that is not drywall on the wall. What that is it's 7/16 OSB that's been primered. I bought it primered already, which was a lucky stroke to find it. It's smooth and it's primered. But I have some scrap pieces here, and you can see it's just 7/16 OSB that's been primered, you know. And it's got a nice smooth surface. So it looks just like drywall, but it's a lot stronger. I don't ever have to worry about replacing it. Behind the OSB, and for insulation, I found a guy who removes and replaces flat roofs downtown in the city, and this is the insulation that goes under those roofs. It's 1.5 inch solid foam board insulation. I bought 4x8 sheets of it, and I stuck this between the purlins, and then just plywooded over it because I wanted to be able to save. You know, the thing about a pole barn is, man, if you frame it out, now you're going to lose 6 to 8 inches. You know, 6 inches on your poles. So I wanted to save this space. You know, it's not all that much space, but when you add it up on both sides, you know, you're looking at almost a foot. So, you know, I can put cabinets in there and stuff and tuck them right in there, and that'll be good. You know. But I was about to mention the ceiling. Those lights are just in there temporarily to give me some lights to work with and to pass inspection. And I'm going to put a metal ceiling in there. Me and a buddy of mine are going to rent a drywall lift. And as soon as I'm done with my workbench and I got this all painted and everything in its place, then I'm going to go ahead and put the ceiling in it. And then right over here, that third post, this one right here, that's where the lift will be when I get the lift in there. I got a window in the back. Like I said, all this is going to be workbench area. Workbench and tools and all that, you know. I came out 14 feet from the end wall to that post there, the third one. This one right here. And that's where the lift will go. Lift will go right there. So I'm looking forward to having a lift. I still got a ways to go, but today I'm painting all the walls, and I wanted to take a picture, or a video I mean, and kind of show you what I did, how I built this thing. And as I say, it was a real disaster getting this thing built, man. I mean, it took forever. Once I got control of the situation, fired the contractor and got my release of lien and all that stuff, why I was able to hire people and get the job done, you know. So it took a lot longer. This thing should already be completely finished. Now I ought to be turning wrenches again, but it just didn't work out that way. I lost some money on the deal, but sometimes you just have to take a beating and keep moving, you know. And that's what I did. Ultimately, the building's getting close to being finished, and I'll have a nice place to work in here, you know. I've got a furnace for it right there. There's the furnace. So the furnace will be going in, and that'll give me some heat. I can work out here in the winter. As I said earlier, I've got an air conditioner. There's the Vega. It's running real good. I haven't had a lot of time to play with them this summer, unfortunately. The 63 is still in the garage, and I still got to put springs on it, front springs. But the Vega's running good, and I've driven it around a little bit, but I just haven't had much time to play with my hot rods this year after moving and then this fiasco with my building. So 12 by 16 door there. I'm sorry. Yes, 12 by 16 door, that's correct. 16 foot wide, 12 foot high. I'm sorry, 10 foot high. Good night, I don't even know what kind of door I got. That's ridiculous. But like I said, it's coming together. It's just taking me a lot more time and a little more money than what I had budgeted, but it's mine. So that's an update on the shop. There's not really much to talk about as far as the engines and the hot rod stuff is concerned, because I just, like I said, haven't had time to deal with it. That engine right there, that's the one I was building when my partner got killed, which is already coming up on a year since Rev died. September 22nd. It's already coming up on a year. Hard to believe. But with any luck, I'll have this thing done here shortly and functioning and getting back to hot rodding. So that's what I'm really looking forward to. I about had enough of working and building and putting out fires and everything else. So we'll see what happens. That's the update for now. Thanks for watching and stay tuned. It's almost hot rodding time. And that's what life is all about. Hot rods.